And welcome to Kinda Keto with Donna. Today is mostly going to be a prep day. I'm getting ready for Super Bowl Sunday, and I got a whole bunch of keto appetizers that I'm going to do because I love appetizers. So check it out with me. On my channel, I like to do cooking recipes and budgeting tips and sometimes what I eat in a day and grocery hauls. So today will be what I eat in a day on Super Bowl Sunday. I just love appetizers. I always have. So, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, day before Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving, I don't know, whatever. I just love making appetizers and eating appetizers. So I have found a whole bunch that are still keto friendly. Don't have to have the pizza and all that stuff, all the carby things for appetizers. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make for today. First thing I'm going to get ready is I'm going to do some bacon wrapped cream cheese and cheddar cheese stuffed jalapenos. I do that almost all the time for appetizers. Then one thing I haven't done in a long time that I love is a buffalo chicken dip. So I'm going to do that. I'm debating about the deviled eggs because I love deviled eggs. But I know with eggs being at a premium and everything, should I do it or not? We'll have some brie cheese later. Also debating about whether we used to just do the baked brie and then some roasted garlic and eat it with bread. So I could either just take out some keto bread and my husband can just have a regular baguette or something. Or I made these pastry bites, these cranberry brie pastry bites, if I have enough time to do the dough, because I am kind of putting a lot on my plate today. So we'll find out later. I also usually like something sweet, so I am trying something new. It's also close to Valentine's Day, so I want to try a red velvet cake keto version. And I found a recipe, I'll double check, from Wholesome Yum. So I'm going to try that and have a piece tonight and then bring some to work, the rest of it to work.
Looks like my mic cut off, so I'm going to do a little voiceover. I'm making fresh stuffed jalapenos wrapped in bacon. So I've cut the jalapenos in half, nice large ones. I got 6 large ones. I used a spoon to kind of scoop out the seeds in the little rib and just did it right over the trash can, just so the seeds aren't flying everywhere. Definitely wear gloves for this procedure. And for the mixture, I did 4 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature and a half a cup of sharp cheddar. And I'm just going to mix that all up together. And I'm going to add some fresh cilantro. I cut up a bunch because I have something else I'm going to use it for, but you can use dried cilantro, which I have. Or I have this paste I found in Aldi. It's organic cilantro paste that I keep in the fridge. So that's optional. Also, you don't even need cilantro, but it's a nice little fresh bit there if you have some on hand. And then I'm going to add a little salt and a little pepper. Fresh ground is kind of fun. And I like a little garlic powder. So I usually do about a half a teaspoon if I'm doing 6 of these fresh stuffed jalapenos. And then just mix it all together. Ta-da! And then start stuffing your jalapenos. That's why it's good to keep the gloves on for this part too. One, just keep the mess down, but also you're still handling the peppers.
I got them all stuffed. Well, just this little mixture is great with those little mini sweet peppers as well. It's a great side item on keto. And I have a little bit extra. Instead of overstuffing them, I'm going to keep this and put it in an omelet. It's really good as an omelet as well. All right, now I am going to wrap them in bacon. And I found this Natural Choice Hormel uncured, no sugar at my local it's called the GO grocery outlet, and I found that for $3.99. I picked up like 3 packages. All right, I went ahead and did the bacon, just get it over with, and sometimes I do more than a half a slice. Sometimes I'll do 3/4 of a slice and use piece those other little quarters together. But anyway, so here's all. This is going to be for over a couple of days, and every time I have them, I always want more. So, and if we have leftover, we can have it for a side or something like that. So that's one of my appetizers. I'm going to make my own buffalo chicken dip as well. So I've got some chicken here. I was kind of guessing because I got some pre-cooked chicken. We found this Springer Mountain Farms chicken, which I like, but we never buy stuff that's already cooked. But it was a buy one, get one free. So I said, why not? Pick it up. We'll have it on salads, quesadillas, whatever. And now I'm going to use it for my buffalo chicken dip. So this is about 1.5 cups, I think it'll be just fine. So I've got already cooked chicken, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to make the sauce. So I got 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. I've got about 1/2 cup of sharp cheddar, because it's better with cheddar. I have made my own ranch also, because that was so quick. I'll even leave a link to that video, but I made my own ranch, so I don't have any sugar in that. And that's going to be 1/2 cup of ranch. I'm trying to have everything ready for you. Okay, 1/2 cup of ranch. And then we've got some Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo wing sauce, and that's going to be 1/4 cup. And then we're just going to mix that all together. All right, once I got it all mixed up, if there's a couple little lumps of cream cheese, that's no big deal. It's not really that much. And then when it cooks, it'll soften up. It'll just bake out. And I did all of the sauce stuff first, and now I'm going to add the chicken and then just sort of toss that all together. See if it's too much chicken. I'll save some, but I think it's fine. This is the pan I was going to bake it in. That's why I put it in there, just to give me an idea whether I thought that seemed like enough or too much. I just love buffalo chicken dip. Oh yeah, so this will be just one less thing to do tomorrow. And all we have to do is put it in the oven. Ta-da! Now I'm going to get together the keto sausage balls that I'm going to do. This is the second recipe I've used. This is from Wholesome Yum. She's just got so much good stuff. I tried another recipe and it had coconut flour, and it was okay, but it was a little dry. So I did look for a new recipe, and I have done this before, and I like this better. So I have a cup of almond flour. I'm doing kind of a little smaller version. So I have a cup of almond flour and a cup of sharp cheddar. And I've got, almond flour. And I've got some Italian, you probably won't see it on here, Italian seasoning. I'm going to do just 1 teaspoon of that. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I got to back up because this is almost empty. No, not quite there. All right, so you need the baking powder to help it rise. Okay, I'm just going to mix that to start off with first. Okay, and while I'm mixing that, so this is the sausage I'm going to get. I'm only going to use half of this because I'm making a smaller recipe. And then this is 4 ounces of cream cheese instead of 8 ounces. You know what? It calls for occasional, if you want, or optional minced garlic. I didn't feel like doing that. I got enough going on. So I'm going to throw a little garlic powder in there. Sure, that couldn't hurt. Well, about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm Italian. I can't have too much garlic. All right, and then I'm going to get my sausage ready. So I've got 1/2 pound of the sausage. And the cream cheese. Oh, yeah, let's just use the hand. Yeah, the gloves it was much easier doing it by hand. And that way you can just kind of squish everything together. And then I'm going to put it into a slightly smaller container. So I'm not ready to cook them yet. And then we'll make little balls out of them and cook them in the oven. There we go. Swap. Nice ball of meat. All right, I just had to do it. I've got to make some deviled eggs. I just love them. We found a really good deal at Sam's Club for 18 eggs, 6 and change, $6.98, $6.48, something like that, for 18 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and make some deviled eggs. I do have a video I can link to about some tips about making and peeling and all that stuff, hard-boiled eggs, and make it a little bit easier. So anyway, I have 6 eggs, which I've cut in half, and I have my egg yolks in there. And we're going to start off with just the 2 tablespoons of your mayonnaise. We're going to mush that together before you put the other spices in. And I just happened to found this Chosen Foods brand, really good mayonnaise. I just finished it, yay! It was near expiration date, but I found it at a discount store, so I'm glad I got to use it in time. I think I had just enough. I have a backup Duke's mayonnaise. I've been making too much stuff. I didn't have time to make my own mayonnaise, but this has no sugar, so it's more budget conscious and still no sugar. And then we're just going to mush that up. I've been making these deviled eggs for years, so I have no idea where I even got the recipe. So now I got my mushed up eggs, and I'm going to add. So instead, the only difference making it keto is instead of doing your sweet relish, I just have some plain dill relish, and that works out just fine. You can use regular yellow mustard. I like the Dijon mustard for a little kick. And speaking of kick, this is more of a kick. A little bit of hot sauce, a little Tabasco, a little Cholula, just like a teaspoon for 6 eggs. I'm going to mix that all together. Okay, after my 1.5 tablespoons of the relish, my teaspoon of Dijon, my teaspoon of hot sauce. Well, I think it's a regular salt. I'll do my little pink salt. Just do a little sprinkle. Let's see, and a little black pepper. All right, that's it. Got it in the bag. Cut myself a little bit of hole, and I'm gonna see how it comes out. Ooh, yeah, nice. There we go. I mean, it's not, little pretty curly things, but it's better than trying to use a spoon. I think you get a little more control here. And you can go back and fill in where you want to fill in. Well, there we go. I mean, that looks pretty darn good. I might not be able to do a catering company or something. And I topped it with a little bit of, I had smoked paprika, but you got a little paprika on hand to make it traditional. And you got deviled eggs, yay! Hey, just about ready. Looks like I got some sausage balls I cooked at the same time as the buffalo chicken dip. And I made my deviled eggs. Got my bacon wrapped jalapenos. And for me, I've got celery and little keto crackers for the dip. And also got little olives and a little Havarti dill cheese. And now I'm going to make myself a drink. And I found another cocktail that I can have that's would be keto friendly. I used to like Long Island iced teas. And when I made a recent Coca-Cola cake, I used this Zevia Cola. It's stevia sweetened. And it dawned on me, well, I could do that for Long Island. I found some sugar-free. It's got a little sucralose in there. Sweet and sour mix. All the white liquors are carb friendly. So got the Long Island iced tea mix, a little sour mix, and a little stevia cola, and I got myself a Long Island iced tea. And there we go, another keto cocktail. Now, that Zevia Cola, surprisingly, does not have any caramel coloring because it's a little better for you than regular Coke and that kind of stuff. But my husband does use this Coca-Cola zero sugar. So if you did want it to look a little darker like a tea, you can use that as well. Cheers! Okay, tried that new recipe for red velvet cake. I think I could have used a little more food coloring. I just did 1 teaspoon. But otherwise it came out nice. I got a 2-layer, I haven't done a 2-layer cake in God knows how long. So I cut 2 pieces for my husband and I. And I'm going to put the rest of this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to bring it to work. But maybe get another slice one more day.